This first section is called Hopes and Dreams. Are you ready?
Yep, ready whenever you are.
What are your long-term goals in your pool playing career?
Somebody might think that my long-term goals have changed over the years as I've gotten older. Now, I suppose they have changed a little bit, but really not that much. My goal in pool has basically always been to enjoy it. I've very often said, as you know, don't do something if it's not fun, or if it doesn't at least lead to something fun. I think I mentioned once before about an awful lot of people don't like their jobs. It's no fun for them, but then they get paid, and that part is fun. But for me, pool has always been fun, and it's kind of always been my main overriding goal. I never had the goal to be like a professional player or anything like that. I think I kind of grew up in the wrong era for that. And quite frankly, I might not have ever been talented enough for that or become talented enough for that. So I'm not sure my goals have really changed all that much.
Do you aspire to become a professional pool player? Why or why not?
Yeah, as I said, just when I was starting to play, it was being a professional pool player was much more about the gambling side of things and often the hustling side of things. And the hustling side of things certainly never appealed to me at all. And really the gambling didn't either. It wasn't like I had $1 billion and just walking around I could afford to lose it. I was never in that situation. And then the tournament money in pool, it was just never there. I think I said in a recent video that the best pool players in the world might have made like minimum wage from tournament winnings. And I was doing better than minimum wage in the Air Force. So didn't really aspire to become a professional player and still don't at this time.
What tournament or championship do you dream of winning one day?
One of the biggest tournaments that I always wanted to win, and it sounds kind of stupid, was the one down at Jack's. The annual 8-ball tournament. I felt like a regular needed to win that, and I felt like I was the best regular in there. So I was glad to win that, and I was glad to win it, at my age. So that was pretty cool. I suppose when I was younger, I would have liked to have done better at APA Nationals than I did. I would have liked to have done better at BCA. I don't know if it was a BCA Nationals or just a big tournament. I'd like to have done better. But as far as like hopes and dreams and things like that, I'm not much of a hopes and dreams guy. It would be cool if I went into Derby City and won the Banks tournament. But it's not like I hope that's going to happen or even really dream of it. It's just a, pie in the sky type of thing.
Who are your role models in the world of pool, and what do you admire most about them?
I suppose my role models in pool have certainly changed over the years. When I was just starting out, a lot of the top players were people like Mike Siegel, Nick Varner, Buddy Hall. Those are the guys that, hey, I want to be as good as those guys. As I've gotten older, I've gotten to know more players. Some of the ones that I used to admire, they're not even playing anymore, or they're not even alive anymore. My role models nowadays are usually the ones that I still feel like I could be as good as them, like mentally or like work ethic wise or something like that. Like Tony. Like I really like Tony's up for anything. He'll play anybody for any amount of money. I like that. I admire that about him. I admire the no fear about him. I admire the work ethic of people like Shane and Federer. Um, the longevity of Efren and Francisco Bustamante. I don't know if I have like a single role model that I could point to and say that's my role model. I have several, and I try to, I guess, take the best of each of them.
How do you see the future of pool as a sport? And what role do you hope to play in it?
I always want to cringe just a little bit when I hear somebody talk about pool as a sport. Uh, and I know that's like a big debate in the pool circles. I think internally I've just always defined pool as a game, and that is not meant to disparage pool at all. It's just, to me, a sport. You break a sweat for one thing, and I'm not talking about you're so out of shape that you break a sweat even playing pool. But I put pool in kind of the same category as I put something like golf or bowling or something. They absolutely take skill and dedication and hard work and all that, but still kind of a game to me. The future of there used to be such a bad stigma about pool, popularized in movies and things like that, about the whole gambling and hustling aspect and how dangerous it was, and that was glamorized by so much media. It, it's not as bad now as it used to be. I certainly think it could get better and pool could become more mainstream. Maybe get more respect, the respect that I think it deserves. It's not happening as quickly as I would like, but I do think it's happening. I don't think there is as much dishonesty now as there used to be. And when there is dishonesty, I don't feel like the players brag about it and they're proud of it like they used to be. And as far as I'm concerned, that's definitely a good thing. It seems to me like there's just as many or more kids growing up playing pool as there always were. And I think that's absolutely a good thing. I do wish that some of those kids wouldn't make as many shots as they make. But I imagine old timers used to say that about me when I was younger. There's a lot of talk, it seems like, every 4 years about making pool an Olympic sport. I don't know if that's ever going to happen. Even like snooker, which is a heck of a lot more respect than pool. That's never been an Olympic sport that I know. Maybe an exhibition sport or something, but I just don't really see it until this whole stigma of the whole gambling and hustling aspect is not completely gone. I could be wrong. I guess I kind of hope I'm wrong, but I'm not sure where I want pool to go except to just get the respect I guess it deserves. I'd like to be able to tell somebody when I first meet them, I'm a pool player, and not have them, sneer at me, at least internally sneer at me for being a pool player. I don't know if or when that's ever going to happen, but I guess if I had a goal for the future of pool, that would kind of be it. My role in it, I don't know. Maybe I'm trying to do that kind of now. Just put some stuff out there, try to instruct some people. Try not to be all standoffish and all that. Try to be personable and friendly because pool players are people too. It's not not a big role that I'm playing or trying to play. It is kind of a role. Anybody that's got a public presence at all, I think, kind of owes the game that they clearly love. They kind of owe that game to treat it with respect and do what they can to help the game improve over the years. I'm going to just ramble a little bit. I wouldn't want somebody to jump on YouTube and make a channel about how to hustle kids out of their lunch money. Shit like that. I wouldn't want that. Hope I didn't just give somebody an idea about it either. Ugh. Really felt like I was going to miss that shot. You see that? Almost went in. Okay, so that's just going to be the first part of this interview. There are actually 4 parts, but I think this one here is probably long enough. And I'll just do, an interview or a segment, and I'll just post one every 3 or 4 days, whatever, like that, just kind of as filler, because it's not super exciting stuff. Golly. Did I miss the 4? Maybe there's something about purple. Did I miss the 4? Try this one more time. This is my Jacoby, by the way, but if you can't tell, I shoot better with my Jacoby. I haven't played with this in a while. It plays really well, except for the purple balls. Okay, that's it for this video. Thanks, guys.